Welcome to Geek Blast.
Geek Blast, you better make way. Open up your ears and let the word spray. Hey, hey, did you hear the noise? Something just exploded. There's a mushroom, have you noticed? Geek Blast, clear out the pad. Gizmo's throwing caca and Chewbacca is a rat. Hey, what? Better call your dad. Something has been growing underneath the doormat. Geek Blast.
Welcome back, geeks, nerds, and dweebs alike. I'm Mike.
I'm Dennis.
And I'm James.
And you're listening to Geek Blast. So,
his neck and chest.
And chest, all over it. Well, gentlemen, good to have you out this evening.
Lots of stuff happening.
There's tons of stuff. It's December. It's Christmas. It's Star Wars.
We got trailers for more.
Well, Christmas is a wonderful time of year, and I love to talk about it. You know why?
Happy Easter.
Thanks, James. Thanks. Yeah. Over there.
Festivus for the rest of us there.
Because Christmas time, you get cool stuff. I mean, you're supposed to get toys, and you get collectibles, and that's
colds.
The only thing I get from Christmas is debt.
Debt. Yeah. What's that one song?
Just borrow from China.
Just borrow from China. That one song that's like, putting up these lights, the 12 Gripes of Christmas or something like that. You remember that song?
Yes.
And that's
James
what
probably doesn't because it didn't play over there.
No, probably not. Probably not.
See, there's one in England that probably doesn't play over there. It's like, it's the best thing I can do. Basically, it's like.
And there go the followers.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's
There goes anybody who was listening. Yeah, so anyway. What do you guys want to start talking about? Let's go.
The trailers that came out since we all spoke last. We had Civil War.
God, Civil War
Batman v
trailer.
Superman. Another trailer for Star Wars.
Okay, first off, Civil War's trailer was sick. I thought it was amazing. The best part was obviously when all three were fighting. Iron Man, War Machine.
I was getting the shit smacked out.
Yeah.
And it's going to have James' favorite character.
Who's that?
Spider-Man!
Oh, Spidey.
Well, some interesting facts about Spidey. At first they said he's going to have a small cameo, nothing more, but then Tom Holland stayed to film for a lot longer. And then we obviously on his private Instagram accounts, we saw him doing flips, and then a few weeks ago now, he pretty much broke the internet by releasing an image of his haircut being the exact same as Peter Parker's in the Ultimate Comics.
Wow.
And now the current rumor is that we're going to see the Iron Spider suit.
Yes.
Stark made him. But I think that's complete bullshit because in the films they kind of let Tony Stark be a more realistic character than the comic books. And in the comics, of course, Peter was in his mid-30s during Civil War. Whereas Marvel at the moment are holding very, very closely to the fact that he's about 15. Well, my age, actually. 17, 18. That's how it's kind of going. And the one problem with that is Iron Man's not going to give a 17-year-old a killing suit or a weaponized Spider-Man suit. It's just not going to happen.
Well, they may do it because don't forget, this is kind of Ultimate meets, canon stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing that they really won't do if it pushes the story along. I can see them giving him an Iron Spider suit, but maybe it won't be as lethal. Maybe they'll just have the mechanical arms to help and some body armor to fight against guys like Cap and what's his name?
Everyone else.
Yeah.
But then again, Spidey doesn't really need that to fight against Cap.
No, he doesn't. He's pretty well matched, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then there's also the other problem of they can actually now do whatever they want because there is no longer one Marvel comic book universe. Sorry, no, multiple. There's just one. And, after the whole Secret Wars thing.
Right.
Random crap's happening. For instance, in the comics right now, Peter Parker's got a Spider-Mobile and Spider-Man's in Peter Parker's Spider-Man is now been sidelined, and he now does international crimes and so on. Like Spider-Man goes to Japan, England, and so on. Whereas Miles Morales, the Black Spider-Man, is now the main Spider-Man who just only sits in New York dealing with the big stuff, with the
Well,
Avengers.
he's not black.
and so on.
He's Hispanic. So,
Well, he's half black, half Hispanic.
well, he's Hispanic, Puerto Rican,
Murky? What?
Sort of.
Puerto Rican. Yeah.
Sort of Rican. Yeah, so I think Civil War would be good. I mean, I doubt Spider-Man will have as big a part.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be some type of cameo.
The small mention in Ant-Man was so unnecessary. We got guys who can shoot webs, climb walls. No, stop it, you Hispanic guy. I don't need to know about Spider-Man yet.
All right, so if you were being Spider-Man in the movie, how would you portray his voice? I want to hear it.
Alrighty. I think he sounds pretty bent when I do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, whoa, hey. Or, my name is Peter Parker, and I'm Spider-Man type thing.
Say, this is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, jeez. This is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
It's amazing how funny an English person sounds speaking American when you know he's English.
But it's not
It
even
sounds like he's dumbing
speaking
it down,
American,
like we dumb
bro.
it down to speak Southern.
Oh, yeah, most British people always go, when they do an American accent, they go, I'm from America. It's like, no.
So they speak Southern?
They always
America?
go Southern. Or they go, Judge Bush.
That's great.
I don't know. I think that the Civil War, the way Marvel's setting it up, since they can't use the word mutants
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
X-Men BS, they're doing a good job in setting up the Inhumans as Marvel's continuity of X-Men.
That whole- Yeah, but
Yeah,
the only
so-
problem with that is the fact that they've kind of... Well, here's what's currently going on in the Marvel world. Kevin Feige, who's in charge of the cinematic universe, is doing his own we're doing the films one by one. We're building to Infinity War. We've had Thanos' great reveal in Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll probably have a similar reveal for Spider-Man in Civil War, and it'll all be fine. And we're going to have the Inhumans movie come out in, 2017, is it? 2018?
Yeah, something like that.
And then the
Far
TV
off.
series, which is all powered by Netflix, that producer isn't wanting to play the long game. He's not wanting to do the whole, I'll wait until the Inhumans and I'll cash in our TV series, or before then I'll do a series of, a mini-series. He's trying to do it all now, because, spoiler alert for Jessica Jones, if you've not seen it, sorry, Dennis, but Luke Cage is in that.
No, I saw that part. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in. I know. Luke
I
Cage-
totally binge watched that show.
Yeah.
So-
but but that's okay, because I know in the comic books they've integrated these what I call second level heroes into mainstream by bringing them like
Yeah,
Luke
yeah.
Cage and
Yeah.
Spider-Man into the new Avengers. But
Yeah.
I think they can do a pretty good job of just mentioning the big guys as like when they send Jessica
Supporting
Jones,
roles.
the green guy and his crew. You don't have to say
Yeah.
the Avengers and the Hulk and all
Right.
that stuff.
It's
So
done.
you can give them a casual nod, and I think that's okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
think you
done
can get away
slightly.
with a lot more.
It's done slightly better in Daredevil. I love that so much. Daredevil's still my favorite show. On
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Daredevil is really, really. They're both done really, really well. My question is, how are they going to do? They have said that they're going to do the Defenders, but how do you do the Defenders without Doctor Strange?
They're
they're doing a
gonna have
Doctor
to
Strange
mix 'em.
movie.
They are doing a
Benedict
movie, but it's not
Benedict
connected.
Cumberbatch, which is brilliant casting, I think.
Yeah.
But how they're going to have to marry the TV show and the
The film.
films.
But well, we've already seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the clear crossover with Lady Sif and with Coulson,
Right.
so we know that they all exist together. And we know that there is rumoured to be a Jessica Jones, for Season 2 of Jessica Jones or Season 2 of Daredevil, we will be seeing them those two on a screen together. Because, I don't want to spoil anything, but, they'll need legal aid.
But that's what we're here to do, so go ahead.
The whole rumor for it is that towards the end of Jessica Jones, because of the way it ends, Jessica needs a bit of legal help, so she goes via the night nurse, the
Right.
black.
Right, yeah, it makes sense.
Also played by the same. I'm blanking.
I
on
forget her name too.
Yeah.
But she's awesome. She was in Sin City. She's a great actress.
Yeah. But I said that, so we know that those shows are linked, and we know that the whole TV series is all linked. But I said, what the Netflix producer's trying to do to get back on track, he's trying to cash in early and just get the Defenders done out of the way to make money and make a series. instead of waiting for the Inhumans, trying to do the Inhumans individually as TV series before letting them come together in a film. Whereas it would work much better the other way around. Because the Iron Fist series it's not been put off, but it's been sidelined a little bit.
Yeah, I heard it was scrapped.
No, it wasn't scrapped. They just named the showrunner for it, so it's definitely in production.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
That's good, because I was really looking forward to that one.
No, they're definitely going to do that. It's going to be interesting how they do Danny Rand, who is Iron Fist.
Yeah, especially
do they make him like a millionaire playboy like Green Arrow, who wants to find himself and that whole shtick, or does he come up from more humble beginnings?
Well, either way, he's got to find a dragon and punch it in the heart.
Yeah.
That's
if I don't see that,
we've done
fail.
crazy things in the Marvel world before. But, yeah.
Well, or they can just have him like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. They don't show how they got their powers. They mention how they get their powers.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe they do the same thing with Iron Fist, or maybe
I would say they definitely are going to do
season of Iron
that.
Fist. Maybe they go the other way around, and it's an origin story.
Ooh. Actually, yeah. I mean, that would be boring as fuck, but it would work.
No, I think, you know what? If you're not watching Into the Badlands, they're doing a really good job with the bringing back old-style kung fu.
Right.
And the action sequences are, while they're a little bit over the top, they're really well choreographed. I think you can do that same type of storyline with Iron Fist and just carry it to, like, it ends up with, say, Iron Fist getting off a plane in New York.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, I think Netflix would take a leaf out of Arrow's book and they'd have him showing off as a rookie, getting off his feet, and then just flash back to him like a monk.
They can do that too. I think either way you decide to do that, there's no wrong way to do it. As long as you're bringing the character, and in the end, you're gonna see Luke Cage meet Iron Fist, and you're gonna see what was the Heroes for Hire, the girl with the metal arm? I forget her name. And you can see.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, but you can see her in it as well. But they also set up Jessica Jones for Hellcat to come in because her friend is Patricia or Patty, and so I think all in all that even though I know that the head of film and the head of TV kind of butted heads and they want to be separate, I think overall Disney is going to be like, no, you kids can play in separate sandboxes, but when you come together at the dinner table, you're going to play nice.
Yeah.
That's what I think. The ultimate overlying thing. And I'm sure everything gets cross-referenced with, because, I mean, heck, they just brought Martian Manhunter into Supergirl. I was like, what?
Did they really?
Yeah, because Hank Henshaw in the comic book was Cyborg. So I'm thinking, holy crap, they're bringing Cyborg into this. But then his eyes are red. Okay, Cyborg is cybernetic eyes. I get it. But then at the end of the last episode, it was revealed that he was Martian Manhunter, John Jones. I'm like, oh, my God. I had a nerdgasm in front of my wife and mother-in-law. I'm like, you don't understand. That's John Jones. I mean, he's like an integral part of the Justice League. So I was really excited that they did that.
I get slightly annoyed.
How many episodes in is Supergirl?
Was it 4?
4? Yeah. I know I've seen the first one, but I haven't watched it since.
What annoys me about Supergirl is how they refuse to allow her to be part of the Flash and Arrowverse.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That may only be temporary because I heard...
Yeah, that'd be stupid for them to do that.
It's just, they're owned by the same parent company, but what they want to do is give the shows their own legs first.
Well, yeah, of course.
Just like they brought over Flash and Green Arrow together, and they brought in Hawkman and Hawkgirl, I think you'll eventually see that one or the other is going to eventually cross over. Because what they don't want to do, too, is they don't want to bring Batman and Superman over to Supergirl. They did a cameo of Superman.
But yeah, they already did Superman in there.
So
in the first episode.
Yeah, but they don't want to make it part of the continuity that it has to rely on.
Yeah. It's kind of it's the same. It's actually the mistake that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. made when they had far too much continuity relying on the films, especially after Thor: Dark World. And it took a whole season for them to get their own underlying story going.
Yeah.
And then Marvel learned from that mistake and thought, shit. And that's why the Agent Carter films are only series is only loosely based off the Captain America movies.
Hey, I totally missed that whole series, actually.
You missed Agent Carter.
Agent Carter is really good.
Is it?
Oh,
I got to get back
yeah.
to that.
I can't wait for it to return.
Picks up where Captain America leaves off.
Yeah.
And they even hint towards it in the Captain America Winter Soldier, where they show a film of Peggy Carter like being shot back in the 50s, and she's talking about how Captain America saved them, how she met her future husband, and you don't know who that's going to be. And in the pictures by her bedstand, you see her kids, but you don't see her husband.
Mm-hmm.
So they left that kind of open for the TV show to take any one of the characters who might be her husband potentially. So I think you're
it'll
right.
be,
You said that they purposely leave it a little bit more loose so that they have more freedom in the future.
Got to keep it loose.
I think it'll be
Speaking of, like crossing over to Superman to the DC world. That Superman Batman trailer was great and terrible at the same time. And I'll tell you why.
Why was it terrible?
Great. Well, here's why it was great. You got a semblance of, finally seeing Batman and Batfleck as the Batman, as Frank Miller Batman, which I think he pulls off. The stupid thing is that Clark Kent is a Pulitzer award-winning news reporter, and he doesn't even know who the hell Bruce Wayne is, who's like the number 2 or 3 richest man in the country.
Right.
Like, really, it's like not knowing who Donald Trump is, and you're right for the New York Times. It's just stupid. And the second stupid thing was the reveal of Doomsday. I mean, hell, they didn't even reveal Doomsday in the comic books that quickly. And I think that was a big mistake. They should have teased it better. Yeah. I thought the intro of Wonder Woman was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Because they just gave her a quick, here's my shield, this is me. And he said,
I am Lady Captain America.
Yeah. But when she says, is she with you? And he replies back, I thought she was with you. I thought, you know what, that was a good way to tease her into it. But Doomsday, they flat out show Zod's body, show this guy escaping, showing him how he's almost like it, but no, let's borrow the Lord of the Rings cave troll and make him put some bony protrusions and say, here is your Doomsday. So a lot of nerds are like, why couldn't you at least keep him in the green suit with the goggles that he was in the comic book for the trailer, and make him more look like the comic book. But I know they don't want to be exactly like the comic book, but come on, at least make it a little bit more than a comic book.
What people are saying is that Doomsday adapts to how he's being attacked.
Oh, and he may grow protrusions as Well, he doesn't do it as he's attacked every time he reincarnates, because if you read the book where it shows how he was created, he kept on he would get killed, and then he would bring him back, and as he brought him back, a new defense mechanism would be implemented. So I thought that too, James. I think you're right on when you say maybe we're only seeing the first incarnation of him. Maybe he changes, or maybe after they defeat him, there's a post-credit scene where you see like his eyes pop open and the bones grow over his eyes, or whatever. So
one thing that does unsettle me is, I'm not a big Batman or Superman fan, but I get the impression that they're making Doomsday from Zod, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Is he half Kryptonian? Does that mean that Lex can now give him kryptonite, and that will take Doomsday down?
Well, it remains to be seen. Like, if Lex is smart enough to figure out how to jumpstart and create a Doomsday creature, then it would also be safe to see that he probably has an idea of what the weakness is, because if he watches the videos and he sees that maybe Superman had a problem somehow or another being with the Kryptonians, or the Kryptonians had an issue when they first came to Earth, maybe he's able to devise a way to figure out that the atmosphere is what did it. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if you see Lex Luthor with some kind of Iron Man battle suit made of kryptonite like he has in the comics.
Yeah. I was quite happy to see that there was no, the red capes are coming. The red capes are coming. I was like, thank Christ that bit's not in this big trailer.
Movie. Plus, they also show you like a dream sequence, which was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's the whole Batman
that
fight.
it might be a prelude to Darkseid and a boom tube, and I thought it looked more like Kryptonian like they show these creatures flying in the background, which kind of reminded me of when in the Superman movie Man of Steel, when he goes onto the Kryptonian ship and there's that floating robot that kind of protected the ship.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like a take on those. So, and then it shows Batman getting captured, his cowl being removed, and Superman looking more like Ultraman than Superman. So, and there's an action figure called Batman Nightmare, which is spelled Knight, mare, as in,
Yeah.
So maybe that's a dream sequence that he fears of what could happen. Hence the little dialogue he gives to Clark Kent about, he has the ability to burn a place to the ground.
Wow.
But that's just me.
Blowing minds.
Yeah.
To go back to Jessica Jones, people in England, people in America who those American people that are really obsessed.
Why
with
is it going to be
British
about
culture?
people in America, bro?
You'll get the point when I say it.
Okay, go ahead.
You know those people in America who are obsessed with British culture and obsessed with Doctor Who and think that, Doctor Who was only popular because they like it and not because the British have had it for 50 years.
Right.
Well, those kind of people are very mad at David Tennant for taking on
playing a bad guy.
Kilgrave, yeah. I mean, even David Tennant's like, oh, come on, I'm sure they'd understand, right?
He played a bad guy in a British film called Harry Potter.
Yeah, he was Barty Crouch Jr., and the most evil thing he did was stick his tongue out and go,
yeah,
like 5 or 6 scenes. Oh, no, but, yeah, I thought it was pretty, I think he's brilliant as Kilgrave, quite chilling. Some people out of my friends don't like Jessica Jones, but I had to explain to them that it's not a superhero show like Daredevil, it's a noir detective.
Well, so is Daredevil to a point, because Daredevil really doesn't put on a suit until the end of the first series. So that's what's really good about Daredevil is, he has the ability to see stuff, but he doesn't have the ability to, fly, super strength, all that kind of stuff.
I didn't really dig it as much as I liked Daredevil, but I liked it nonetheless. It was done well. And, there's a lot of banging scenes, too.
Yeah, a lot of, that's not your mom and pop.
Yeah, exactly. It was, good to see.
And then, of course, there was, Deadpool. So if you think that's bad, Deadpool's got to be over the top gory as hell to receive an R rating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's coming down the pike. When is that coming out?
My birthday, February 12th.
Yeah, I was going to say, right around Valentine's Day.
It's far away.
February 12th or February 14th, depending on where you're from.
Yeah.
So who's got their tickets for Star Wars? Who's got them?
I know you have yours, finally.
I do have them.
I do not.
Glasses, you bastard.
I did. I got the glasses.
3D or the IMAX glasses?
I thought I'd put it there.
I think, they're... Hold on, let me look at them here. Let's see. No, they're collector's items, but they're not.
For what though? Did you
for
buy
3D? Yeah, just 3D movie.
Tickets, or did you buy IMAX 3D?
No, there's no IMAX at the theater that I go to.
Oh, well, see, sorry to hear that.
I'm gonna go see it in IMAX after I go see it with the fam and stuff. Maybe we can go together. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the 4 glasses: the Kylo Ren, the BB-8, and then the Stormtrooper, and then Captain Phasma.
Speaking of Star Wars, a lot of the stuff is starting to go up online.
Yeah.
The collectible stuff. They came out with a what they call the Black Series Elite by Disney, which are only available through Disney stores, and they are made of die-cast metal, and they look spectacular. And they're expensive as hell already, so F you Disney for manufacturing a collectible that I want. I have only 4 of the 12 that are out right now. They just came out with Boba Fett, too.
How much are they? Do you know?
I think in the store they are about $20 a piece, but you can't find them for less than double that online.
Yeah.
Some of them even more. Like
where's the nearest
like
Disney
$67.
store? Anyway, shit.
Garden State Plaza, I think, has one. They used to have one in my town, but they changed it I don't know, a year ago. I think it closed, or last Christmas.
Ooh. James, do you even have a Disney store there?
Of course. There's one in Manchester in the Trafford Centre, and there's one in Liverpool 1.
Wow.
You realize that he's in Great Britain, not like a
Africa.
Great Britain, like
Yes, I
Congo or
do.
something.
I do, yes.
It's not a third world country. Jeez. Yes, we have a lot of black people, but still.
Oh, ouch.
Man,
Yeah, I
you're-
thought you would have gone the Muslim route.
Man, you're so racist.
Must be scared.
Is that a hate crime where you come from?
Nah, hate crime would be if I went out and beat one for being black or being Muslim. My best friend's actually Islamic, so it's all right. It's all good. But going back to Disney and so on, has anyone seen Disney's new BFG trailer? They've made the classic film, the BFG, the Big Friendly Giant, based off the Roald Dahl novel for children, into a live-action film.
I have
No,
not
I've not.
seen
Like
that.
the Iron Giant?
No, the BFG.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
BFG.
BFG, it's a brilliant book. You should read it to your kids, Mike.
Dennis
It's
has
also-
children.
Yeah, but I'm sure his aren't lacking intellectually. I'm joking.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Mike.
No.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
But no.
It's because you think I'm from the South. Or you think I'm too short. That's what it is.
Yeah,
now.
just because he looks like a member of the Duck Dynasty cast. He is one.
See your
No, but,
stereotypical stuff, huh? Yeah, right. I see
it's a good
Damn the white man.
It's a great novel to read your kids as a bedtime
Steven
story.
Spielberg?
Spielberg is making it, yeah. He is making the film, and it's also a fantastic cartoon to watch growing up. And then there's also the other trailer, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I saw the trailer
Yeah,
for
I
the
saw
new
that.
one.
That was.
It was actually pretty good. I mean-
I never saw the.
Bebop and Rocksteady is in it.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
I was past the age of the Turtles by the time they came out.
Yeah.
I'd had the original comic book. I think I still have one or two issues.
The
around.
Eastman and Laird comic, yeah.
Yeah, with the color covers and the black and white interiors. But I don't think I was never into the toys or any of that stuff. But I did see I never saw the first movies, the original or the '90s movies, and I didn't see the last movie that came out. I did see the trailer though, and I thought, you know what, they do a pretty good job sticking to what at least the characters look like.
Yeah.
So, and then they also, I don't know if anybody saw which was probably very quietly done, but Eric Northman from True Blood playing Tarzan. I don't know if
No.
you didn't see that trailer.
Yeah, I've seen that trailer.
Lord of the Jungle.
Jane's a little bit different than I thought she'd be, and the apes look a bit more, Planet of the Apesy.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Gorilla-y than apesy.
Yeah. And then, but I said for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I love how Shredder fell from that building so hard and died that he came back as a new actor.
I
was just stoked to see Bebop and
Spoilers.
Rocksteady. And he was like, oh, yeah, the Mohawk's back. He's like, oh, we got a wise guy.
And then there's also like the rhino guy and the pig guy.
That's Bebop and Rocksteady, bro. That's who I'm talking
Rocksteady.
about.
I'm sorry. I was never into
Jesus.
Turtles.
I was into Turtles, bro.
I still maintain
I
that they
still
were not
have
a joke.
all of them.
possibly because you look like one.
Who looks like Turtle? You?
No.
You're not turtly enough for this club.
I've actually met the original Ninja Turtles. No, the guys who
That's not
wore
something
The
you
guys who
wanna brag
wore,
about.
yeah, the guys who wore the suits.
Yep.
It's like saying, "Oh, I met the original Power Rangers." Really?
I've met them. Yeah, I met them too. I was
The
never
green
into
one?
Rangers either.
You know, the Green Ranger is like the most popular one, right?
Yeah, Jason something.
Yeah, I can't remember his name,
Yeah,
but I
well,
see his
if
line
you're
at the
smart
cons all the
enough to do
time.
all the cons and stay
Yeah.
in the loop.
But
On occasion. We're trying. Oh, Harrison Ford is rumored for this year's London Film Comic Con.
oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, you should
Well,
get on
maybe
that.
He doesn't die in the upcoming Star Wars film, as they're rumored to be.
Or it means that he does die.
Yeah.
No, don't say such blasphemy.
And the way, because it might be how it works with Game of Thrones characters. Game of Thrones cast members can only go to a convention once they've died.
Really?
Yeah. Well, apart from Hodor.
Yeah, because he
Well,
doesn't
that's
say
because
anything.
the only lines he needs.
The guys from
gets to
Corrosive,
see.
the guys from Corrosive Radio interviewed him when we went last year or the year before, and they were like, "Is it hard to remember your lines?"
You see, you should have told me that, because when I met him, I could have gone, do you remember those Corrosive Radio assholes?
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, do that wacky radio voice. So I guess it's hard to remember your lines.
So I guess it's hard to remember your lines. So tell me, sir, is it hard to say?
Hodor. What did you do?
So, when you were in the nude walking on set, did you ever look at the ladies and go, you know what? I'd do it. But of course, all you said verbally was, Hodor. Can you stand up? Can you stand? Can you start lean forwards and stand? Is it like a kickstand for you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cake stand.
That's sound file.
I'll have that forever. Even when your voice gets manly, I'll still have that little sound bite.
I'm pretty sure this is the deepest my voice is ever going to get. Or about
Wait
here.
till your balls drop.
Yeah, exactly.
Even more. I've actually never had a voice crack, so that's pretty fun. I'll wait for that.
All right there, Bobby Brady.
I'm actually Michael Jackson. That's just ignorant.
You kind of sound like Toombs right there when he does his
But you cannot say.
Funny voice.
He just slips away.
Yeah.
Takes the whole you can hold and passes on its way.
All right.
Dingleberry Dreams.
Toombs exclusive Dingleberry Dreams. Have you heard it, Dennis?
By the way.
Have you heard that song yet, Dennis?
No, I have not.
Oh, I'll have to give you the pleasure of listening to it after we're
you
done.
really don't.
Oh no, you do.
do.
You need to listen to it.
You do. It's brilliant. It'll get stuck in your head for years.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Again,
But
that's like when you taste something bad and you say, "Here, taste this." I mean, why would you share something that bad with somebody?
no,
Oh, look,
it's actually
Reno.
really
I
good.
tasted it. Here, you try
It's
it.
like the prequels.
Like the prequels.
Where is Toomsy tonight?
Oh, he's out. He's out getting. He's doing house things. He's selling his house. I think Mimi went to the. Was coming back from the airport or something like that. He had to pick her up. So.
Nah.
Yep. They're out and about. But
Miss you, Tooms.
yeah, I told him to call in, but he won't. Yep.
Loyalty is key.
What the hell was that?
That was the one up. You didn't hear it?
I did hear it. That's why I said, "What the hell is that?"
We'll play it again if you ask.
No, that's quite all right. Like that song, I don't need to hear that again.
Oh, speaking of which, do you remember Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah. Corrosive Radio interviewed him as well.
I need to talk to him again.
Oh yeah.
Or at least get a recording of the interview with him.
For what?
A few friends of mine got together. They watched The Room, and I went, I did not hit her.
Wow.
No. Okay, anyway, staying on target.
Yeah, let's
So
stay on
what-
target. Let's get back into the geekdom.
Stay on target. What are your... Actually, no, we have not spoken about this. What's your opinion of the Princess Leia slave costume being taken out of circulation completely by Disney?
Just Disney TC
Bad move.
inserting over.
Yeah.
Because and the
Bad
excuse
move.
given was a father saying about his daughter. When the daughter asked him, "Daddy, why is Princess Leia dressed like this?" and he's like, "Oh, well, his reaction is space slut." When the real answer is no, and also Carrie Fisher's answer, she she was forced to wear it by a giant slimy space testicle. That's what Carrie Fisher said.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I just think somebody wanted to make it his 15 minutes of fame, and that was the easiest thing to do. I mean, it's not like he's, never seen it before, and if he'd never seen it before, he has no right to talk about it.
Yeah. And
Nobody
seeing as
talks about, Barbie in a bikini or, any of that crap.
And seeing as he's got a kid, and then he must have been quite young when the films came out.
He probably abused women before he had children. And that's why he's trying to be like, you can't show anybody this type of stuff. Jerk.
Yeah.
But I think that it's all a bunch of crap. It's all political crap.
Yeah, somebody just got their panties in a bunch about it, and DC doesn't like to get anybody's panties in a bunch.
They keep bunches out of panties.
Yes.
So, more movies here. Let's see. What other trailers came out that were coming down the way?
I don't know. In terms of TV series, though, I've started watching White Collar.
White Collar?
Yeah, it stars Matt Bomber.
And what's the whole story? I never heard of it.
Have you seen Catch Me If You Can with
Yes.
DiCaprio and Tom Hanks? Imagine a film that follows the con artist as he goes through working for the bureau. It's not based off of like that character, but it's very similar. He's a con artist who gets caught, then comes out in prison and aids the FBI as a consultant. And it's brilliant. I love it.
How many episodes are they in?
It's an old series. There's 5 seasons.
I think it was on the USA Network when it was on here. But if you want to watch a really good series, those of you that have Amazon or Prime, The Man from the High Castle tells the story of what if the United States lost World War II. And
Holy
it's
shit.
divided in two by the Nazis and the Japanese.
Oh, come on. It wasn't just America who bloody won World War II. Jeez. You fought the good
This
fight.
one
Then you
tells the story if the United States delayed going into World War II, it allows the Nazis to develop the hydrogen bomb before we do.
So, speaking of hydrogen bomb, good old Kim's gone, we have got a hydrogen bomb. Yeah.
What are you smoking?
No, seriously, Kim Jong-un released a statement saying that North Korea have got the hydrogen bomb.
I didn't hear that. Where did that come from? Is this true?
Yeah, Google it now.
Google it.
Google it. Go. But no, all I'm going to say is, Britain were doing pretty well. We were losing a shit ton of people because we had to use conscription. And America stepped in at like the last minute and cleaned up. It's like, no. Oh.
Yeah,
we're the finishers, bro. You brought in the closer.
That's not how your government.
You brought in the closer, bro.
Okay.
The closer. You know, like if you're in a car dealership, you're a brand new salesperson.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have the closer there. You know,
you were only a closer because up until this point you stayed out. You're like, no.
About how the British had to retreat in France and almost got wiped out then, and
yeah, we had to
then
wipe
you
out.
pretty much had to you were almost getting wiped out by the V2 missile, so you didn't have anybody on the ropes.
Oh, we did. We did until a point, and then America only got
the point where they could almost focus in on Russia instead.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Anyway, this series takes place in 2 parts. There's the eastern half of the United States, say east of the Rockies, which is a greater Nazi Reich, and the western, which is the west of the Rockies, which is greater Imperial Japan, and it tells a tale of this young lady from San Francisco whose sister joined the resistance. She gets involved, and she goes to the neutral zone, which is basically the Colorado Rockies from Canada to Mexico. And another who you think is a resistance guy from New York, turns out he's actually a Nazi spy pretending to be a resistance. And they meet in this neutral town of Cannon City. And what happens from there is Hitler is dying, so there's going to be a power play between Goering and Goebbels and Goering as to who should lead the Reich next. And the Japanese feel that either way, the Nazis are trying to take over all of the United States, so there's probably going to be another war. It's kind of like a Cold War has developed between Japan and the Reich. And it's very interesting how it's playing out politically, plus, the characters that they've brought in so far. Ooh. So it looks pretty good.
Is there any comparison of Is there any comparison of today's issues in the show?
Japanese
it's more like the Cold War between the United States and Russia.
Okay.
Yeah. Have the Japanese been eating anyone yet? Because they definitely did that shit in World War II.
No, what they did do is in the last scene they said they've perfected the use of Zyklon B, and they make no bones about if you're a Jew, you're a dead Jew. And if you are crippled, you're a dead cripple. And if you're what they call, if you're black or Hispanic, there's no black or Hispanics on the East Coast anymore, that's for sure. But if you make it to the neutral zone, you can survive. And, the Reich is wanting to wipe that out as well. And they even make one guy says, "Oh, what's this? Is it snowing?" I was like, "No, it's ash from the local hospitals getting rid of the cripples and the coloreds." I was like, "Oh,
Holy
okay.
shit.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it's flat out there, like
Holy
It's
shit.
like what would have been.
what would have
You
been."
see,
It's
I
pretty
was like-
terrifying, but pretty spot on too, because the United States is not, it came out of the war as a prosperous and thriving nation, but now it's kind of like held over from the 30s depression kind of.
Right.
Things, some good things, if you're part of the Reich, it's good, but other than that, it's like a third world nation in some parts. But it's
Jesus.
interesting to see how the story's going to develop. We're only on, I don't know, three or four episodes in, and it's been pretty good so far.
I got
Wow.
to catch it.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
I'm going to watch it legally.
Very cool.
Legally or illegally?
Illegally.
Oh, that's what I said. I got to catch it.
For any of you interested in a free streaming service, go to www.couchtuner.com.
Or you can go to Twitch and we'll show it to you.
Yeah. But Dennis, do you know what Mike and Brendan got up to a few months ago on Twitch? Do you know what certain film they streamed on Twitch?
Listen, it was just Brendan. Brendan did it all.
Blame the other guy who's not here.
Do you know what film it was, Dennis?
No. What was it?
It was a certain Serbian film.
Serbian film?
First time I ever watched it.
Okay, a Serbian film is a completely screwed up film.
It's horrible.
When a man
Horrible movie.
Has sex with it's a baby at some point.
Yeah, it's horrible.
What?
And the man's mortified and goes, "I'm not doing it." And the porn star guy goes, No. Is it possible you're just not getting it? It's like, no! It's right up there with Two Girls, One Cup.
That is illogical.
And Human Centipede. By the way, anyone catch the third Human Centipede film?
They made more than one? Why?
Yep.
I didn't
Okay.
even know there was one.
Okay, the first Human Centipede film is completely scientifically accurate.
If you say so.
Okay.
That's what makes it even more fucked up.
If you
the
say
second
so.
film is where a psychopath watches the first film and then tries to replicate the Human Centipede. And the funny part was he actually contacted one of the actresses in the first film and actually put her in his centipede. And then the third film is when the first acknowledges that both the first and second ones were films, and they use it in prisons on the inmates, and they create a Human Centipede that's like 700 people long.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, and that's the most normal part about each of the films.
You do realize you just called something with the title of Human Centipede normal.
Yeah, how fucked up do you think the rest of it is in the films?
I heard about it. I never saw them, but I heard that the first one was pretty good, so
Yeah.
far as being a horrifying film to watch.
Yeah,
And the second one, I also heard, did a pretty good job of making you believe that it was just some nutter who had seen the film and was just a nutcase. Said, I think I want to do it for real.
yeah.
I did hear those, but
Yeah,
I didn't hear
that's
about the third one.
completely accurate. And in the third one, equally as gory, a bit more far-fetched. It even stars the director. The director has a cameo as himself. And one guy gets his balls cut off and then eaten.
Can't wait to
Disgusting.
line up for that one.
And you see everything. You
Can't
see,
wait to line up for that one.
you see the knife go through it.
Hey, listen, if I want to see some Rocky Mountain oranges be eaten, I'll just watch Chevy Chase in that movie where he was moved out to the country.
I don't know what movie that is.
Chevy Chase's Christmas Holiday. No.
No,
Christmas Vacation, you mean?
farm something.
Yeah.
Farmhouse?
Maybe. I don't remember. My memory's turning to crap.
Funny Farm?
Funny Farm. Bingo.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bang, bang, bang. Give that man a prize. I'm gonna get myself a T-shirt. Well,
You've been sitting there bare-chested this whole time? Ugh.
yep, just
You had your chest
just manning
sitting
it out. Good thing I don't have my video on.
with the crevices.
You had to say
Hey,
it.
before we go, what are your thoughts? Because I'm going to give you mine
Okay.
on what actually happens in Star Wars. I'm going to say that Rey is actually the daughter of.
See, I have not even been like speculating. I haven't even looked
somebody actually
online.
did a funny thing.
I heard the whole thing got released on already. The whole plot is out.
No, I haven't heard that.
That's what I heard.
Know. But I heard
Right.
that somebody made a funny meme that says that Finn is actually the son of Lando. And
Lando,
Leia.
yeah.
And that Luke Skywalker is actually Kylo Ren, or that Rey is actually the daughter of Luke Skywalker and Mara Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is,
But they can't have Mara Jade if they got rid of the EU.
They
She was
can.
part of that.
They
I mean, I guess they could take it from her. You take her from
they
it,
could
but
take the character. They don't have to follow the same history. As the
right,
character.
well,
exactly.
there's a few problems with that. Luke couldn't be Kylo Ren because we've already seen the actor who plays Kylo Ren unmasked.
Or
in
a
the film,
brilliant
so-
red, or could it be a brilliant red herring?
I hope so. Also, and Luke couldn't have any kids because if he does stay as a Jedi, Jedis are forbidden to love.
Unless
I mean-
he's part of the Grey, the Jedi that are the Grey, which Kylo Ren is supposedly maybe a
Grey
member
Jedi.
of.
Yeah.
Oh, the Grey Jedis.
Yes.
And then there's balancing the Force. And then there's the theory about Jar Jar Binks actually being snuck. That sounds amazing. The theory is that Jar Jar Binks is possessed by a Sith Lord, and then he sets up for Palpatine to become the Emperor. And then when
If
the
they bring
Emperor dies-
Jar Jar Binks into this movie, I'm gonna be pretty mad.
well, no, it's
Yeah,
been
he'll be
confirmed.
known as Jar Jar Abrams.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, come on now. Chewbacca, I can understand, being a
Yeah,
character
well-
in every single series because Wookiees live a long time. But
Wookiees
He
love
might
you
be the
like
one that dies too.
but
Rumor that happens.
Jar
Han
Jar
Solo
Binks, yeah, it could be
or
Wookiee.
Chewie
It could be
dies, 'cause they
Chewie.
did show in the latest
And
trailer.
Chewie does die in
Well, he does
the
in the
EU.
books, yeah, and he
Yeah.
has two sons take over, sort of. But they did show in the trailer, the latest trailer, that Rey and Finn are flying the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
And there was some kids' book that got released that says that the Millennium Falcon crash lands on a planet.
It's the end of the Falcon.
See,
I got
couldn't do that in 12 parts.
I got Lando.
showed
I
a
got
new
Lando
toy.
issue 1, the variant cover.
Ooh, aren't you special?
Yeah.
They did show the new toy, the new Millennium Falcon toy for kids,
Did
with
they?
a cannon that comes, a real big cannon that
Oh,
comes
yeah,
out
yeah.
of the center of it.
Yeah, I
So
saw
I was
that
wondering
too.
if that's just a thing for kids,
Is
or
that a
is that something to do with
modification
the
that was
movie?
done? Yeah.
Switch the maid from blow to suck.
No, you did. You said it all wrong.
Okay, suck to blow. There we go. Either way, that's what I'm thinking. When you say giant cannon from the Falcon, I think the giant maid from Spaceballs.
Yes.
And also, the
Spaceball 1.
Yeah, the funniest part about that is people are saying that The Force Awakens is a sequel to Spaceballs because it looks like the same desert.
Well, people thought the desert was Tatooine. It's actually Jakku. And
Jakku.
for those of you that have Battlefront, should already know how that battle goes down, since you were able to download the content on December 5th, if you weren't able to download it on December 1st because you didn't get the pre-order.
Oh, I can download it now. How much is it?
Yeah. I don't know if it depends if you bought the deluxe version or not. I think
I
it's
did.
included in the deluxe
It's
version.
either your firstborn or both.
Oh, give them all.
You could always make more.
Yeah.
Time to play.
Yeah, his wife is young.
I've been, when I first got it, I played it for like 5 days straight, and then I couldn't play anymore. And then I was supposed to have, I didn't have live at the time, so I wasn't able to do any of the extra missions. And then I got the extra missions, and I played it for like 5 more days straight, and then like got off of it.
Yeah. In other words, you were told to get off of it.
No, I have to because I'll just keep playing. I actually got into a different game on my phone, which is
On your phone?
Yeah,
Really?
well, you remember Final Fantasy, right?
Yes.
So just put Star Wars in Final Fantasy. Just that's it. Like
Okay.
that's the game.
Oh.
but it's a phone app.
What game is that?
It's a phone app. Here, let me tell you which one it is. Hold on, let's see. It's
Is it
Heroes.
a licensed Star Wars game?
Yeah,
Or is it just...
yeah. It's from EA. Star Wars Heroes, it's called. Yep.
Okay.
Disney Lucas, freaking Lucas, you bastard! You gave it all away.
Lol.
He should have gave it to the world, like Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
He's giving away Facebook shares. You heard that, right?
Yeah, I'll take some.
Yeah, right. I'll take them too, bro.
Just give everybody on Facebook a share. You should have enough to do that.
Well, he said after like the next 3 years, he's gonna give away like 1 billion shares or some shit.
$49 billion or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I can't even come up with the name of this game because it's just every time I press the app, it goes right into the gameplay. But it's fun, you know. It's like shoot, wait to be hit, shoot, wait to be hit. But simple minds.
Bang, 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 bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
See, that's an inside joke to when I was a little bit tipsy playing a game with Brendan, and every time I shot, I go bang, 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 bang.
All right, that was weird.
I got.
You
tired,
took it
I'm sorry.
there. You took it there.
I
All right,
took
we're
it too far.
I think we're gonna get out of here. You guys, you got anything else you want to talk about?
I'm slipping into a
Geek on?
coma.
No, but we'll probably... do you want to talk about the special little photo shoot we're doing this weekend? Maybe tease that for the next one?
We could tease it for the next one, but
Yeah, we will not be the ones in front of the camera, but
Yeah.
you will like what is in front of the camera.
it's the birth of Parker Prince.
As well as Mike with his top off, he's practicing.
But as
We'll
always,
have a post Star Wars show after everybody sees it
yeah, we're gonna come back with.
and geek out hard.
Oh yeah, it'll be no holds barred geeking. So stay tuned. Come on back. You could always catch us on Facebook. You could actually listen live from Facebook through MixLR. So when we are
Stitcher.
live, Stitcher, that's podcast stuff. We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we're everywhere now. We're everywhere. So
Like crabs.
like crabs, and you'll never get rid of us.
Can hold my breath a long time.
So, all right, we're going to get out of here. Everyone,
Hello.
and we're out.
See ya!
Boom.
Welcome to Geek Blast.
Geek Blast, you better make way. Open up your ears and let the word spray. Hey, hey, did you hear the noise? Something just exploded as a mushroom, have you noticed? Geek Blast, clear out the pad. Gizmo's throwing caca and Chewbacca is a rat. Hey, what, better call your dad. Something has been growing underneath the doormat. Geek Blast.
Hey guys, this is David Hayter, and you are listening to KMDT Geek Blast.